Hello, I'm Emma. Today, I want to tell you a story. This is a story about money, fear, kindness, and hope. It is called When Rent Was Due. Please relax, listen carefully, and enjoy the story. The rain was falling softly outside my window. I stood near the glass and watched people hurry along the street. Everyone had somewhere to go. Everyone seemed busy. Everyone seemed sure of their next step. I was not. It was the last day of the month, the day rent was due. I checked my phone again, even though I already knew the number. The balance had not changed. It was still too low, much too low. I let out a slow breath and sat on the edge of my bed. My apartment was small, one room, a tiny kitchen, and a bathroom with a light that flickered. But it was my home. I had painted the walls myself. I had chosen the curtains. I had built my life here, piece by piece. And now it felt like it could all disappear. I moved to this city 2 years ago with big dreams and a small suitcase. I believed that hard work would be enough. I believed that if I tried my best, things would work out. At first, they did. I found a job at a cafe near the train station. The hours were long, but the work was honest. I made coffee, cleaned tables, and smiled at customers all day. Some days were tiring, but I felt proud. Then things began to change. The cafe became quieter. Fewer customers came in. The owner started cutting hours. One week, I worked 4 days. The next week, only 2. I tried not to worry. I told myself it was temporary. I told myself things would improve. But rent never waits. I walked to the kitchen and made myself some tea. The kettle whistled loudly, breaking the silence of the room. I poured the water slowly and wrapped my hands around the warm cup. "How did it come to this?" I whispered. I had paid rent on time every month before. I had never missed a payment. But this month was different. I had done the math again and again. No matter how I counted, I was short. I could ask my parents, but they already helped me last year. I could ask a friend, but everyone seemed to be struggling lately. I felt ashamed. My phone buzzed. My heart jumped as I looked at the screen. A message from my landlord. "Hello, this is Emma. Just a reminder that rent is due today." I stared at the message for a long time. My fingers hovered over the screen, but I didn't type anything. What could I say? Sorry, I don't have the money? Please give me more time? Please don't make me leave. None of those felt strong enough. I decided to go for a walk. Sometimes walking helps me think. Sometimes it helps me breathe. I grabbed my jacket and stepped outside. The rain had slowed to a light drizzle. The city smelled fresh and clean. I walked past shops, cafes, and apartment buildings. People laughed, talked, and lived their lives. I wondered how many of them were also worried about rent. How many of them smiled on the outside, but felt scared inside. As I walked, I remembered something my mother once told me. "Emma," she said, "asking for help is not weakness. It is courage." At the time, I didn't fully understand. Now, those words stayed with me. Maybe I didn't need to face this alone. When I returned home, I sat at my small desk and opened my laptop. I searched for extra work, anything, freelance jobs, part-time shifts, temporary work. I sent emails, I filled out forms, I applied everywhere. Hours passed, no replies. The sky outside grew darker. The day was ending. So was my time. I looked again at my landlord's message. My hands were shaking slightly as I typed. Hello, this is Emma. I'm having some financial difficulty this month. I can pay part of the rent today, but not all of it. May I have a few more days? I read the message 3 times before sending it. Then I pressed send. Waiting is sometimes harder than knowing. I paced the room. I cleaned the kitchen even though it was already clean. I checked my phone again and again. Finally, it buzzed. I closed my eyes before reading. Thank you for telling me, Emma. Let's talk tomorrow. That was all. No yes, no no, just tomorrow. That night, I barely slept. I kept thinking about worst-case scenarios, packing my things, looking for a new place, starting over again. The next morning, I woke early. My chest felt tight as I got ready for work. At the cafe, I tried to focus. I made coffee, I smiled at customers, but my mind was elsewhere. Near the end of my shift, my manager called me over. Emma, she said, we're adding extra shifts this weekend. Are you available? I felt my heart lift. Yes, I said quickly, I am. It wasn't enough to cover all the rent, but it was something. Hope, even a small one, feels powerful. That afternoon, I met my landlord. We sat in a small office near the building entrance. I held my bag tightly in my lap. I've been a good tenant, I said softly. I just need a little time. She listened carefully. She didn't interrupt. When I finished, she nodded. I appreciate your honesty, Emma. Pay what you can now. We'll make a plan for the rest. I felt tears rise in my eyes. Thank you, I whispered. I paid part of the rent that day. It wasn't perfect, but it was progress. That evening, I called my mother. I was scared, I admitted, but I asked for help. I'm proud of you, she said, and I believed her. Over the next few weeks, I worked extra hours. I took on small jobs. I spent less and saved more. Slowly, things began to stabilize. It wasn't easy, it wasn't quick, but I learned something important. When rent was due, I thought I was alone. I thought my struggle was a failure, but it wasn't. It was a lesson in honesty, a lesson in courage, a lesson in asking for help. Today, as I sit in the same apartment, I feel different, stronger, wiser. Life is still uncertain, challenges still come, but now I know this. I can face them, one step at a time.